everyone, and of course, welcome to this channel again. Our lesson for today is about inequalities in two triangles, especially with Hinge theorem. Okay, all right. So before we continue, let us review first. Okay. So determine whether it is possible to form a triangle with sides or side lengths 5, 7, and 8. So the answer is yes. Number two, okay, determine whether it's possible to form the triangle with lengths 4.2, 4.2, and 8.4. Of course, the answer is no, no. It cannot be. Okay, number three, determine whether it's possible to form a triangle with side lengths 3, 6, and 10. The answer is no also. Okay, so find the range for the measure of the third side of a triangle of two sides, measure 4 and 13. So it's probably it's 9 is less than n and less than 17. Okay, so it's the answer. Let's see. Okay, so we got here, find the range of the measure of the third side of triangle if two sides measures 8.3 and 15.6. So the third side is between 7.8, which is less than n, and n is less than 23.9. No, so you have to do is to add the two of this, no, to get the third side. Okay, so it is i-ano lang natin. No? So let's have number 6. Write an equality to describe the length of mn. Okay, so we have mn here. Okay, so we have here now, so we can see this is mn. All right, so no, this is mn here. So we could say that 12 is less than mn and mn is less than 19. Oh, so that be the third side. Okay, then and now. Okay, so then you use inequalities to make comparisons in one triangle. Now, apply the Hinge theorem or its converse to make comparisons into triangles. So prove triangles relationship using Hinge theorem or its converse. Okay, so these are all the whole thing. So Hinge theorem, if two sides of a triangle are congruent to the sides of another triangle and the included angle of the first is the larger than the included angle of the second triangle, then the third side of the first triangle is longer than the third side of the second triangle. So it could be like this, no? So for example, if segment AB is congruent to segment FB, and segment AC is congruent to segment FH, and measure angle A is less than the measure angle F, then BC, okay, here, is less than GH, right? So for the converse of the Hen's theorem, if two sides of triangle are congruent, so this to the two sides of another triangle and third side is the first is longer than the third side. The second triangle, then the included angle measure of the first triangle is greater than that of the included angle measure in the second triangle. So we have here now if segment JL is congruent to segment PR, like the here, no, okay, or JL and PR is here and KL is congruent to segment QR and PQ is less than JK, then measure angle L is less than measure angle L. Okay, because it's there are inequality next. So we got here, and this is an example. Use the Hence theorem and its converse compare the measures of AD and BD. So we have here AD and BD. Okay. Now, in a triangle ACD and triangle ABCD, okay, AC is congruent to BC, and CD, no, is congruent to CD, and the measure of angle ACD is less than the measure of angle BCD. Now, answer by the Hinge theorem, measure angle ACD is less than measure or greater than measure angle BCD, so therefore AD is greater than DV. That's why the angle here, it's 70, is greater than 68. Okay, so it's greater than, no? Oh, okay. So use the Hinge theorem and its converse. So just compare the measure of angle ABD and the measure of angle BDC. So we have in a triangle ABD and triangle BCD, segment AB is congruent to CD and segment BD is congruent to segment BD. And of course, AD is greater than BC. So here, no? Okay, so PD is this one, no? They are reflexive. And AD is greater than BC, of course. Okay, so by the converse of the Hinge theorem, we could say that angle ABD is greater than angle or the measure of angle BDC. Right, this side here. So ABD, no, is greater than the measure of BDC. Okay, let's have let us check your progress. Okay, now here, what's the question will be? So compare the lengths of FG and GH. Okay, so we could say that FG is greater than GH, but just looking at it, no? And of course, your angle or your here, no? No, by just looking at it through Hinge theorem. Let's compare the measure of angle JKM and the measure of angle KML. Okay, ML. All right, and then JMK or JKM. Okay, so we could say that the measure of angle JKM is less than the measure of KML. So this is by just looking at it, so mas malaki talaga yung isang triangle, no? So this side is greater than the other side, okay? Okay, so these are the proof of the Hinge theorem. So just pause and take a look. Okay, so is everything here is explained naman? Can do it. Okay, so this is a real world example using Hinge theorem. The doctors use strength leg raising test to determine the amount of pain left on the person's back. So the patient lies flat on the examining table and the doctor raises each leg until the patient experiences pain in the back area. So Nathan can tolerate the doctor raising his right leg 35 degrees and his left leg 65 degrees from the table. So which leg can Nathan raise higher above the table? So understand using the angles given in the problem, you need to determine which leg can be risen higher above the table. So you have here, okay, so this will be your answer. Then plan, draw a diagram of the situation. Of course, so we have here, this is the table. We have 35 degrees to the slight right leg and the 65 degrees with the left leg. So since Nathan's legs are at the same length and his left leg and the table is the same length in both situations, Len's theorem says his left leg can be raised in higher since 65 degrees is greater than 35 degrees. Okay? Right. So the answer, Nathan can raise his left leg higher above the table. So check if it's correct. So Nathan's leg length is about or is pointed 30 degrees more towards the ceiling, so it should be higher than his right leg. Okay, so let's have example number 2. Mina and Rita are both flying kites in a field near their houses, but are using strings that are 10 meters long. Mina's kite string is at the angle of 75 degrees with the ground, while Rita's kite string is at the angle of 65 degrees with the ground. So if they are both standing at the same elevation, which kite is higher in the air? So where do you think? It is Mina's kite, of course, because 75 is greater than 65. Okay, so you're using algebra here, we can find the value of A, no? Find the range of possible values for A. Okay, so since single A lang ang hanapin natin, no? So it's up to you if you want to get the another. So we could say that this angle is greater than this, so we have greater 141, no? So 9A is greater than 141 minus 15. So therefore 9A is greater than 126 divided by 9. A is equals to 14 or greater than 14. No? Okay, so if you're looking for another one, we could say that here is 14. So if you are going to substitute that here, so we could say that 9 times 14 plus 15. So 9 times 14 or 14 times 9. So we could have here we have 36 6. Oh, yeah. That's 9, 10, 11, 12. 26 plus 15 is 141. Correct, no?